Yo, what is up gamers? My name is Lux and I'm bringing you another Overwatch video today. And today I'm going to be talking about the best character in every category of Overwatch. And just to start and say it here, this is my opinion. If you guys have any other opinions, you can leave in the comments. This is just what I think is the best in every category. And first we're going to start off with the best attack hero, which if you haven't guessed already, it's Soldier 76. He's just the most well-rounded character, and I'm going to explain a little bit more on why he's the best option for an attack hero on your team. So starting off, Soldier 76's rifle does anywhere from 6 to 19 damage depending on where you hit him. 9 rounds per second are fired, so that's kind of big. You're getting a lot of damage out there in a short amount of time. There is 25 ammo in each clip for Soldier 76 with a 1.5 second reload time, so that's not too bad. You're not spending all your time reloading, so you have time to get more shots out there after you finish your whole clip. The next thing we're going to talk about is Soldier's Helix Rocket. So his Helix Rocket does 40 damage for a direct hit, 80 splash damage, making it do 120 damage total with an 8-second cooldown. So if you combine his Helix Rocket with a few body shots, you're doing a lot of damage toward that character, especially if you have teammates with you. They're doing a lot of damage. It's going to guarantee a lot of eliminations, and you're really going to help your team out. Soldier 76's Biotic Field, or what he uses to heal, is really helpful towards Soldier. It helps you support yourself, and it can really be like a game changer if you don't have a healer near you. Soldier 76's Biotic Field does 40 healing per second, and this has a duration of 5 seconds, so you get yourself 200 healing total. So you can be at 1 health and completely heal yourself. This almost eliminates the need for a healer if your healer isn't near you, or you guys don't have a healer for whatever reason. And the last thing we're going to talk about is his Tactical Visor. What Soldier 76's ultimate does is it's basically an aimbot. If you have another enemy in your sight, the bullets automatically go toward that enemy. This ultimate can be extremely useful when combined with a Mercy damage boost or anything along those lines. So yeah, Soldier 76 is a very well-rounded attack character, making him the best. He can support himself while running the offensive fight. Soldier's not that difficult to play. There's nothing too complicated about him. So once you learn how to play and your experience with Soldier, you can really change the game. So yeah, that basically wraps it up about Soldier, and we're going to go on to the best defensive character next. Moving on to the best defensive character, we have Mei. Someone who knows how to play Mei can be extremely deadly. So for Mei's main weapon, we have the Endothermic Blaster. This is Mei's main weapon, which is like the ice shower, snow, whatever you want to call it. So what this does is it freezes enemies in place while damaging them. And when you combine this with the Icicle, which is the secondary fire of Mei, this can be extremely deadly. Mei's secondary fire is called the Icicle. It does 22 to 75 damage depending on where you hit in the body. And this Icicle travels at 88 meters per second, which is extremely fast with a 0.4 second casting time, so that the shots go off really quick. Next we have the Cyro Freeze, which is the little barrier that Mei puts around herself when she wants to heal. This does 37.5 healing per second, which is 150 total. And this gives Mei over half her health back. She has 250. She gets back 150, so this can be really beneficial. Next we have Mei's Ice Wall. This wall has 5 pillars, each of them with 500 health per pillar, making it 2500 damage, take the whole entire thing down. This is extremely helpful. You can use it to either like retreat and get yourself a better angle at the enemies, or you can use it to recharge abilities, reload, heal, whatever that may be. So last, we're going to talk about Mei's ultimate, the Blizzard. This does 97 damage and has a 10-meter radius, and this lasts for 5 seconds. This can be used with Mei's Icicle ability, or if you have any other characters around you, you can just put a lot of damage into people that are frozen, and it almost guarantees you're going to kill everyone who you freeze every time. So overall, Mei is a really well-rounded character who is extremely good in one-on-one fights especially. When you know how to use her abilities right, she can be extremely deadly, and she can really just fight off those attackers well. So that's just why I think Mei is the best defensive character. She can really just help your team and make your team a lot better. And next we're going to go on to the best tank hero. And for the best tank hero, this one's pretty obvious. We have Reinhardt. Reinhardt's really just been a good option from the start. We've had a lot of phases where people have played D.Va a lot, even Winston, but Reinhardt's just really always been a reliable option. Especially with Roadhog being nerfed recently, Reinhardt is just almost a necessity for any team. Reinhardt has 300 health and 200 armor, making 500 health total. Reinhardt's weapon is the Rocket Hammer. This does 75 damage per swing at a 5-meter radius, and he does 1 swing every 0.9 seconds. Next, we're going to talk about his Barrier Shield. His Barrier Shield has 2,000 health total. The shield recharges at 195 per second, which is a pretty fast recharge time based on the amount of damage that it takes in. The shield makes Reinhardt more of a defensive tank, but that shield is just the biggest reason why he's such a good option. You can block at all angles, it's really quick to move around, and it has a really large radius so that everything behind it is safe. Next, we're going to talk about Reinhardt's pin ability. When you pin someone to a wall or something along those lines, it does a 1-second stun. The 1-second stun gives you enough time to swing at the enemy, and there's probably going to be a bunch of your teammates around firing at the enemy also. The next ability that Reinhardt has is the Fire Strike. So the Fire Strike does 100 damage, and it has 6-second cooldown. The strike goes out at 0.6 seconds, so that's a pretty fast animation, and you're going to get that 100 damage out there quick. When you combine the Fire Strike with the Earth Shatter or a pin, you can definitely do a lot of damage toward the enemy. And last, we're going to talk about Reinhardt's ultimate. It's the Earth Shatter. This is when he throws the hammer down on the ground and all the enemies that are affected by it get stunned and they're on the ground. So the animation for this ultimate is really quick, so it's not one of those ultimates where you're going to try to use it and you're going to get killed in the process. You'll be able to get it off. And a big part of this ultimate too is it can hit jumping enemies, so you may think, oh, someone can just jump over the spot where you Earth Shatter and they cannot be affected. No, it'll get that enemy in the air. So the biggest downsides of Reinhardt are his mobility. He's very slow, obviously, and you can only fight from short range. Like, you're not going to have any long range success with Reinhardt. So overall, Reinhardt is more of a defensive tank because of his shield, and he has short range, so he's not going to be attacking 20 enemies. But a good Reinhardt who knows what he's doing and he can get that shield out there quick can really just make your team so much better. And that's pretty much it with Reinhardt, and we're going to move on to the best support in Overwatch. So for the best support, we have Mercy. This is a pretty obvious one. Mercy's always been a really good option for a support. So Mercy does a 30% damage boost. This is really good when combined with the likes of Soldier 76 in his ultimate or someone else along those lines. And when she's healing, she does 60 healing per second, and Mercy can be 15 meters away from the person she's healing, so that's a pretty good radius. Also, there is no time limit on the healing, so she can heal as long as she wants until she decides to cancel it or she's eliminated or something like that. Mercy isn't the best to attack. She only has that small blaster that does 20 damage and it has 5 rounds per second. It can defend you if needed, but it's not a reliable option to go attack with. Mercy's just really healing support. Mercy also has the Guardian Angel ability, which allows her to get to teammates really quick. And the best part about Mercy, this is what we all love and hate at the same time, her Resurrect ability, her ultimate. Mercy's Resurrect ability brings all teammates in the area back to life with full health. Also, when Mercy uses this ability, everyone who's affected by it and Mercy, they get 2 seconds of invincibility. Mercy is the most healing-oriented support. Basically, all she does is heal. So if you have a good Mercy and a good team player who's willing to not go for eliminations and willing to not get gold medals and just support the team, that can really, really help you. So yeah, that's going to do it for this Gamers Wasted video. If you want to see more content from us, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you enjoyed. We really do appreciate all the support that you guys give us. It means a lot to us. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you feel like someone should have been on this list that wasn't. My name is Deluxe. You're watching Gamers Oasis, and we are out. Peace.